He asked the computer database to create a humanoid robot that would protect his base while he was away. Intruders were annoying, especially the superpowered ones. Although he was a part of a large group of cosmic heroes called the E-Warriors, he preferred working alone. Sometimes the job got really lonely. To him, though, it was better to be lonely than to be misunderstood constantly. The computer produced not a robot humanoid, but a little strange dog. It must have been some type of glitch. He didn't ask for this. Ironically, that's what he decided to call it. Glitch was already making himself familiar around the base. Just like a newborn, he was getting himself into all kinds of trouble. Despite his best efforts, he couldn't see the functionality of the thing. Sure, it moved around, but it didn't have any weapons on it. It was just like a pet. It was extremely durable, though. Sometimes he looked at it and wondered if it had an actual consciousness. Was it self-aware? He ran his training programs and tried to forget about the whole thing. Before that, though, he made sure to install some type of communication link between them. He attached it to a compartment in his suit and continued his rise to rise activities. The training sessions were an obligatory function for him. Sure, many of them didn't need to train because of their great strength. But Alan found himself in more than his share of trouble. He just had to be prepared. Right now, he was waiting for his friend. Alan, who is now a cosmic hero, a member of the E-Force, no less. Hello, my friend. He still wasn't used to seeing his friend standing in the sky. Good to see you, Alan, or should I call you Eternity? I'm not Eternity, said Alan, but the E-Warriors share his power. I'm curious as to how you know. Do what you do and be what you are. The warriors are chosen by Eternity. Have you met him? Sad Victor. No, I don't think he has a body in the way you and I have. It's like meeting gravity or light. I think I understand, said Victor. He didn't, but he was still curious. So one rise, you just wake up with a cool white suit and could breathe in outer space. It's a bit more complicated than that, said Alan. Eternity wants me to use the power to protect 5 worlds of June from some event that I have yet to foresee. And he, speaks to you, yes, said Alan, but not in words. In color tones and cosmic vibrations, it illuminates my consciousness. 5 worlds of June, said Victor, depending on your idea of progress. Weird, said Victor. So, what are we up against this rise? Alan smiled. A Nivanian super weapon, said Victor. There is a base filled with drone fighters and biodisintegrators. They're beefing up their army. Biodisintegrators, said Alan. They are illegal, yeah, said Victor and Brightstar. They are, but in the Niven, they'll do anything to rule the rest of us. Are you sure? It's not just for self-defense against a URA, said Alan. The URA has been out of commission for 2 rotations, said Victor. That's what they say on the news feed. But what are they actually up to? Said Alan. Don't trust them either. Huh, said Victor. At least part of you is still human, Alan. I could fly over there and check it out, said Alan. You said, Victor, not dressed like that. They'll get all defensive. If you went as a civilian, they would try to lock you up. Don't we have anyone over there that can tell us what's up? Said Alan. You mean like a spy, said Victor. Your old girlfriend. Isn't she Navanian? Maybe you could ask her what's going on over there. Why did you and her break up anyway? She says that I read too much, said Alan. A Navanian girl saying you read too much. Well, yeah, maybe she was right. I think they're going to attack Brightstar, but I have to get more proof, said Victor. What about the MCA? Said Alan. What do they know about it? The MCA, said Victor. I don't trust those black suits, so we find out why they're developing so many new weapons. Make sure Brightstar won't be in the crossfire. Or worse, I'll take a stealth team and see what we can find, said Victor. If you get in over your head, said Alan. I'll activate your comm signal, said Victor. Let's just hope I'm in range this time, said Alan. The Cetarian crystal. Its great power responsible for feats of probability around the Niju universe. It reacts to magic users and arbitrary power sources on your world and beyond. As you know, if the forces of evil were to obtain and understand its power, they could very well destroy planets and even galaxies. Its inexhaustible power. Is it like the minds of humanoids of planet Mood? As the defender of the realms of Niju, you shouldn't know that this isn't the only piece of the crystal. Cyteria is a world in which the crystal comes from. Imagine an entire planet made of this inexhaustible power. It is not known if there are beings that live on that world. Imagine their power if fate brought them to planet June. Cetarian fragments are likely the cause of unexplainable space-time events encountered by cosmic travelers. Is it possible for the E-warriors of Niju to collect Cetarian crystal fragments to ensure the forces of evil cannot use it for destructive purposes? It is possible, said the computer, but there is the danger of E-warrior corruption. What if the power changes them and the darkness that lives in every being is tempted and grows? The E-warrior could potentially become a nearly unstoppable force. How could an E-warrior become corrupted? Said Alan. Eternity's promise seals their fate to the forces of good. Your morality is a concept. Goodness is a point of view, not a cosmic law, organizing the movements of matter beings. Everything changes. Son of June, I can't imagine an E-warrior becoming evil, said Alan. Wouldn't that decision forfeit their power? Its power might be a necessary trade-off if one is consumed by lower frequencies within. So an E-warrior could potentially relinquish his or her power to gain the power of the fragment. This is why you must protect the knowledge that I have given you. Only the sincerest hearts must track the crystals, if possible. The fate of the Niju universe is in the hands of those who possess great knowledge. You must decide how to move forward with this knowledge. Space-time is flexible to cosmic beings, the miracle of life. It's only precious to beings of light. Beings of darkness only exist to exploit others. Though your role is thankless at times, you must find ways to enjoy your life. Celebrate your victories alone until you find genuine connections, detachment while in active duty, while in deep concentration. You can bring your mind to a state of boundless action. You must become like this, alike in praise and blame. You must act with goodness while being detached from goodness itself. The protector must act with cosmic detachment, a detached love for all beings. The next path is the path of the jewel. Its order must be maintained to manage the chaos of the humanoids. The peace, though fragile, is only maintained by beings like you, beings that care about others. They must act despite the opinions of others, those who try to bring them down, and those who choose not to see. That is why your choice to be alone is a valued one. Intuition is a power developed by the once innocent. Creativity is the power of those who realize the co-creator power with the great spirit of all creation. That is a concept as well too, Son of June. The cosmic love of life itself propels one to inner truth, to the power of being alike in praise and blame, honor and disgrace. I thank you for honoring your code. That's a tough decision to make, my friend. If you inform the other e-warriors, you run the risk of one of them turning to the forces of darkness, tempted by one of the crystal shards. In the rises of old, did an eternity face such a betrayal? Serenity was corrupted by the promise of physical possession. Though in her intangible nature, she had no need to grasp. Cosmic bodies of matter were the rise of desire that would satiate her mind. Grand hands that could hold worlds. Eternity once took a physical form to battle evil cosmic beings that had the power like himself. It was possible that they were once his allies. How could one win such a battle? Against 7 or more, perhaps he outmaneuvered them with strategy, said Lucidus. It must have been painful to battle Serenity, his only love. The orbs didn't explain their connection or the conclusion of their battle. The orbs must have been damaged over time. Do you think we can travel through space, time, and obtain the orbs of knowledge before such a tragedy of their damage took place? Sounds risky, said Alan. You have grown cautious over the rotations, said Lucidus. You are not as you were when you first obtained cosmic powers. Alan replies, it seems failure provided the seeds of wisdom. The mystic Jane of Planet 5, said Lucidus. She might be able to help pinpoint the orbs of knowledge needed to make informed decisions. I must consult the cosmic database again. I need to find out why each warrior of eternity in my time was chosen. I see a delicate investigation into the hearts of the heroes, said Lucidus. May I suggest you also look at their feats of inner strength and deeds done with their power. You can probably bet others are examining you in this way. You have always chosen the side of good when dealing with others, and evil has failed to persuade us. Could it be that evil simply didn't give you and I an offer worthwhile? Very funny, my friend, said Alan. What could I possibly want that I do not already possess within myself? I guess that is the burning question that every compromised being knows the answer to, said Lucidus. Thank you, Lucidus. You always provide clarity with your wisdom. I'm glad to call you an ally. More importantly, my friend,